Welcome to Business News. OPEC and non-OPEC allies have failed to agree on how much oil production to cut amid the coronavirus outbreak, with Russia reportedly refusing to give the green light to the deepest supply cuts since the global financial crisis. OPEC Secretary General Mohammed Barkindo told reporters after the meetings in Vienna today that the meeting had been adjourned without result because no consensus has been found of how all the 24 countries should simultaneously react to the current situation. Mr. Barkindo also hopes that the coronavirus outbreak will be contained as soon as possible.
We have to defer.
So what's the sticking point, sir?
Some of the countries, one or two,
which countries are those?
that need to hold further consultations to take what we have agreed upon to their capitals to show them this is what the group has agreed upon. We are all prayerful and hopeful that this virus will be overcome within the shortest possible time. We have extended our solidarity to the government and people of China. This is a human tragedy that is now spreading all over the world. And we commend all governments who are taking very strong proactive measures to be able to contain this virus. But we don't know how long this virus is going to last, especially the impact.
Meanwhile, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Sylva, says there is no need for Nigeria to worry about the effects of the falling oil prices due to the coronavirus outbreak, but rather use the opportunity to focus on other projects to develop the economy.
Coronavirus is affecting everything. Travel, shipping, it's affecting stocks, it's affecting everything. So we cannot despair because of the effect it's having on oil prices for now. It's a very sad thing for us as a country because we have a benchmark price which is already gone out of, we can't really do anything with that benchmark now with $58, which is already, oil price or as of today is already at 45. So it's already out the window. But we can do a few things with it. We can use the opportunity also to develop our reserves and also bring a few projects on stream. I think there are a few things, there are upsides to everything. Also, product prices will also follow the oil prices, so it will be cheaper products for Nigerians as well.
And talking about oil prices now, they actually sank to multi-year lows today after OPEC's allies failed to agree on additional production cuts proposed by the group on Thursday. International benchmark Brent crude skidded to $45.46 a barrel, down over 8%, while US WTI sank to $41.93 a barrel, also around 8% lower. Both benchmarks were trading at lows not seen since 2017. Meantime, the Aliko Dangote Foundation has called on other donor agencies to join hands towards the fight against the spread of the coronavirus in Nigeria. The managing director and the chief executive officer of the Aliko Dangote Foundation, Zuwaira Yusufu, told Channels Television today that the foundation is ready to do more towards the fight against the virus. During the week, Dangote Foundation pledged a donation of 200 million naira to the federal government to help in containing the spread of the virus in the country.
There are several other intervention points. There's 9 intervention areas that the Nigerian CDC has put on this action plan. Some of it is around coordinating all the donor response. Some of it is around research. Right? So do we understand really what's going on with this COVID-19 with us here in Nigeria? Some of it is around case management. When people are sick, what kind of drugs are we going to try to give them to make sure that they're okay? So this is our first, the whole plan has been costed by the NCDC to be about 1.6 billion naira. Okay. We're giving it a first 200 million. Let's see if more is needed. But also, we want others to contribute. Other people are involved in this fight. It's not just the Aliko Dangote Foundation. DFID, the World Bank, which hosted the meeting on Tuesday in Abuja, USAID, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Other people are actively engaged in this fight. So it's not just us, but really the appeal is we want people to know what's happening. We want other Nigerians, other Nigerian foundations, and other organizations Nigerians who want to support this effort to make sure that Nigeria stays as COVID-free as possible or get it out of here as quickly as we can to also join the fight.
To the markets now. After 3 consecutive days of gains, the all-share index of the NSE fell in the negative territory with a 0.55% decline, and that was weighed down by profit-taking on the banking and consumer goods counters. Ekaite Afia has the rest of today's numbers. Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. After 3 consecutive days of gains, the all-share index of the Nigerian Stock Exchange fell in the negative territory with a 0.55% decline, weighed down by profit-taking on the banking and consumer goods counters. The 2.9% and 0.12% losses from those counters offset the gains recorded by other sectors. Shares of Zenith Bank, GT Bank and UBA were the most traded for the day as investors sought to take profit on the lenders. Total turnover of shares traded today were lower compared to Thursday's session at 361.10 million shares worth 4.27 billion naira were exchanged in 4,600 deals. 11 PLC led a list of 18 gainers by 9.98%, while Omatech led 15 other losers by 9.76%. And that's the Stock Market Report. I'm Teniola Shuboale. And that's it on Business News. It's back to Amarachi.
We're still talking the celebration of International Women's Day, and with some good news as Nigerian women in small businesses can now access funds to boost their ventures through FCMB's She Ventures Zero Interest Loan. FCMB is therefore promising to come up with more women-friendly products to keep business ideas alive as they celebrate She Ventures' 1-year anniversary.
Give a lady seated beside you a high five.
The space is covered up with women who are in business in various capacities and walks of life. A 2017 Bank of Industry report says women promote 40% of Nigeria's startups and own 30% of registered businesses in the country. But another report says only 2% of this population have access to capital they require to grow their businesses. One of Africa's leading business women, Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija, is the keynote speaker here. She challenges women to push through the many challenges limiting their progress.
By ensuring that women have access to finance, they are saying that those women will be able to expand their businesses, become more formalized in their businesses, reduce unemployment, and eventually impact on the country's GDP. Keep clapping until...
FCMB's She Ventures is closing the gap of limited access to finance, gender discrimination, dual career, family pressures, lack of financial knowledge, and network support system.
I firmly believe that today we are on the verge of creating tens of thousands of Marys. And if we do so, and maybe hundreds of thousands of Marys, and if we do so, and we imagine 100,000 Marys creating 10 jobs, and I believe those 100,000 Marys will come from what FCMB alone does with She Ventures, then we would create over 1 million new jobs in Nigeria.
Congratulations to you.
With the zero-interest loan, one of She Ventures' propositions, business women in need of quick access to funds are covered.
Most of what we've done in the past 1 year was largely in Lagos and some of the southwest states. We're determined to take it national, so we'll be going to the other 3 geographical regions with our proposition. We also intend to launch our online community on FCMB's Business Zone, where our women can interact, without the challenge of distance and time.
Well, I know that a lot of women have benefited from She Ventures, and today I benefited from them as well.
Let's shout She Ventures.
So far, over 100 women have been impacted in FCMB's She Ventures, anchored on 3 pillars: to give loans, mentorship, and training.
450 pupils of 50 primary schools have participated in this year's FAMFA Oil Literacy Day, a corporate social responsibility event of the Oil and Gas Exploration and Production Company. Is designed to promote reading culture among children and develop their full potential in pursuit of knowledge.
It is the second edition of FAMFA Oil Literacy Day. The day starts with a representative of the company taking the children through personal hygiene practice with special attention on the prevention of the novel coronavirus. But that's not the main business of the day. The Vice Chair of FAMFA Oil, Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija, lays the premise.
Our hope is that FOLD, FAMFA Oil Literacy Day, will inspire young minds to read and therefore motivate them to pursue knowledge.
The First Female Ruler of Leko, a book by 10-year-old Oluwato Funmi Ayomi Kunlawal, is the selected text.
So let's go to chapter 2 now.
With 4 chapters, different guest readers tell the stories as the pupils read along.
Loyal and honest men who had worked for the king for many years.
One of the palace guards dashed in, trembling. Oba Akinjobi was given the news that his wife was found lifeless on the bed in her room.
It's question time, and the comprehension skill is put to a test.
The word is interrogation.
Interrogation. INTERROGATION. Interrogation.
Spelling Bee, the classic game of words, is on the way. The participants spell their way through a series of words.
IMPISH.
That is correct. Next speller, please.
After a battle of wits, winners emerge.
Getting more education through the ability to read right from those early stages would reduce poverty. And the modern day living right now requires that you should have good knowledge, good education, and be able to contribute your quota to make the world a better place.
With a promise to do more, FAMFA Oil Management says it is committed and passionate about early childhood education as a way to create economic prosperity and a better society.